Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for coming back. It's so good to see some of you. So I'm gonna let Elena lead this one today, actually. So without further ado, thank you, Elena. You can go ahead.
Hi everyone, welcome to the second session of our workshop. And today, the topic is advanced technologies and proficiency in utilizing the LookX platform. So we have several tasks for today. The first two will be led by me, and then the third one I will hand to Adeline. So the first one will look at how the text to image works on LookX. So basically how you prompt in and then come out with an image. The second task will be we look at how we can use Rhino inside the LookX and how the plugin works. And the third task is to look at how the Korea AI, another AI platform, um, works in upscaling and adding details into the generated image. So first task, we'll look at how text to image work. This is several images that was generated by people using the LookX platform. It was completely done by the AI, and then I'm just referencing them to let you have a look of how the image can be look like, and you can be way more creative. So first of all, we have been introduced the diffusion model in the first session. I'm just reminding you again that the data that we put into the large model, it will be noised. So we will keep adding the noise to the photo, and then we have like millions of the image that was trained in the large models that they have the data of how noise can be added onto the data. And what we are doing today is to denoise the images, to denoise the large model that we have to get the result of the image based on what we prompt in. The procedure is that we have a prompt. So it's basically a text saying, what kind of architecture, modern architecture I want, and public museums, concrete material perspective, hyperistic photo is basically how you want the image to be look like. And then the prompt will go into a text encoder. The text encoder will transform your prompt from a text into numerical vector representation. So it will be understood by the data, by the model, by the computer. It's no longer that a text that can only be understood by human beings, but it's a text that can be understood by the computer, and then with further steps, it can process into the embeddings. So they will have a large data set of models and then data to have the vector representations of data. So every single prompt you prompt in will turn into data, and then those data will be attached to a noise. It will be attached to a noise, and then by the denoising procedure, you will have a brand new image that was generated by the AI. And it might or may not um feel be 100% um equal to your imagination, but then it is how the AI creation will be. You will like add on more prompts, or you will add more fine-tuning methods to make it more closer to your imagination, to how you want the picture to be like. Oh, and also, after the denoising, the image produced is actually quite small. It might be 60 by 64 by 64 in the resolution. It depends on which platform you use and then what kind of model you use. And after that, we can upscaling it. So by adding more resolution to it, we'll finally get to a high resolution, a very clear image that fits your imagination. So this is how the LookX platform will look like. We have a render view, a render mode, and then explore mode. The render mode, you can have several different modes. The first one is the conceptual massing, where you only have a big massing and the division of the levels of your building. And you have a screenshot of your Rhino model or whatever. And then that is the initial feed to the LookX with some prompts. And the second one is the conceptual massing with light and shadows only. And the third model is the detailed model. We'll have a look later. And then the second mode is the explore mode, where you can add more functions to it and fine-tune the model a bit more. So the explore mode allows you to have the base model and some lower model, and also the prompt as usual, and then some reference images and also parameters. Okay, let's go to the LookX platform. Just type in, sorry, LookX to log in. Okay, here is our LookX platform. And then you can have the creation plaza, and we will dive directly into the start creation. You can choose here from the image tool or the video tool, but for the text to image, we choose the image tool, and then we can choose the image generation first. So there are loads of labels that are pre-written by the LookX platform, and then you can choose from them. So I'm gonna decide that I need a perspective view of a residential high-rise. I want a modern style, maybe Louis Kahn. I want some linear form and materials as well. You can choose among all of those labels to create your image. And also, besides that, if you have any add-ons, you can add on to the labels you just chosen. So for example, I want a residential high-rise in, let me see. Maybe I want it to be in the concrete material. We can choose a base image and the style reference image. For simplicity, I would build a max model here. I'm just gonna screenshot it and then goes into the base image. It is, for the reference image, I'll just leave it blank for now because I have loads of the text prompts that already define certain diameter, certain parameter of the image I want it to be. Let's click start creation, and then it'll be loading for a while. Back to the prompting, we want to ask ourselves several questions, the 5W questions, but for architecture, the three first one are the more important one. So basically, where your building would be. Is it an urban area? Is it very rural? Is it outdoor? Is it indoor? Do you want it to have an overview of the building or just the interior view of a room? Is it anywhere in the desert or in mountain areas? And secondly, what is the building? Is it public? Is it private? what is its function? Is it like a public library, museum, or is it a residential house? This is what you want to ask yourself before you type in the prompt or select the labels. And then how? How defines the style of your image? What is the material will be like? What is the color theme? And then what is the form of your building? Do you want it to be curved or to be linear, etc., etc.? This is what you want to ask yourself before texting into the prompt, and then you can keep adding on the prompts just to let yourself be familiar with the prompting methods, and then also to control the result a bit more. Okay, let's have a look what it comes out with. Oh wow, I see the ocean. Okay, that is unexpected. Um, but other than that, it's very concrete. It's like what I have texted in. Um, and the lighting seems good as well.
I'm so surprised it's somewhere in the ocean.
Yeah, I'm so surprised. It's so um where does
So
like
creative.
yeah, true.
It happens
Um
sometimes, guys.
I wanna ask if have everyone been able to log into the LookX? Can you give me a thumbs up if you have? So what we will do next is to I'll let you guys have 5 to 10 minutes to explore the platform a bit more, um, to try the text to image function of the LookX platform. Just try to be creative. You can be creative. It doesn't have to be a building, but if you want it to be a building or in architecture, you can. Um, we will let you guys explore a bit more. Is that the plan, Adeline?
Yes, absolutely. And I think we're going to give you guys now 5 minutes to generate something, and then we'll meet you in the Discord. So I can see everyone here. There's, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your names wrong, but there's Ashley Han, there's Ayush, Francisco, Furkan, Matthias, Sad, Sarah, and Weki. I'm so sorry if I pronounced your names wrong, but we're very happy to have you guys. So we are going to be reviewing how you guys do it, how you manage to do it, and whether or not if you have questions, please do feel free to ask something. Like feel free to, of course, turn on your cameras, turn on your mics, and ask us anything. Or if you prefer to send a message here, please do on Zoom. Otherwise, I'm going to be waiting patiently in the Discord to see what would appear there. Um, I think we're gonna, like I said, give you guys 5 minutes. So it's 9:45 our side. Um, I think I'm gonna turn off my camera and maybe Elena as well for 5 minutes, and then we're gonna come back at 9:50. All right, someone's asking for the Discord link.
Yeah, let
Um,
me
sh-
on it and send it out.
Okay, that would be helpful. Thank you.
That
Um, or I think I can also do so. No worries.
oh, drawing the email did not work.
Okay, I actually have it right here. So, guys, can you see if it works? Great. Thanks, Sarah. Cool. We're gonna give you guys some space. 5 minutes. We'll be right back. Um, just text us here if you have any more questions. We're gonna give you some space. So we'll see you in a bit. We'll turn on our cameras again in 5 minutes time, okay? Okay. Bye. All right. We got some really, really cool stuff here.
You
Lena,
wanna
what do you
share
think?
your screen and then share um the generations to everyone?
Yeah, yeah. Let me do that right now. Right. For those of you who managed to get on the server, this is what we're seeing. All right, the first one, really, really quick and really nice job. I think it's looking really crisp. Let's take a look at the prompt. Residential interior, realistic photo, kitchen, steel, modern style, reflect glass, dramatic shadow, Saha. Interestingly, it didn't give a lot of curves, but it's quite clean indeed. And I also realized that despite the small typo, the AI still understood the assignments. That's pretty good. Um, yeah, this is fantastic. I always enjoy seeing these, like going from a simple block as such to this. I think the next step as well, like if we want to keep working on this, it would be to upscale it or to make a video and the clouds would probably move, or to further do some in painting with certain parts of this image. That would be very nice. And this is really nice as well. Kindergarten. Interesting. Interesting perspective as well. Kindergarten angular roof, green garden rooftop, Bjark Ingels style, ceramic brick material, naturalista garden around area view. I see that some of you guys are using labels and some of you are really just using your own creativity, and that's really nice. Um, and I can see I've tried to download this, but not really able to do that for some reason. Um, right, we'll come back to that. Or Nuna, if you are able to, you can post something as an image. This is really nice as well. Same script, but different angle. That's cool. I like how I like how these planters are working. I would assume that the roof would actually have to be quite thick in real life. You need around 300 millimeters of soil. Sorry, that's just my
Yeah.
site experience coming out. Oh, Elena, this is really nice. Let's see the prompt. Aerial view residential building villa. Cyberpunk. Yes, my favorites. Curve shape, membrane structure, night. Yeah, I can't believe this came out of one sentence like that. Wow.
I'm actually
Amazing.
curious. Um,
Yeah,
sorry, Matus, is that the name? Sorry if I pronounce it wrong.
maybe
But
it's
are
Mateus. Yeah.
yeah, Matthias, sorry.
Uh-huh.
Are the two images come out from the same generation? Like just one click of two different does it come out from one generation?
I
Or is
believe
it
so. He mentioned that. There's also this one, the same script. That's what he said. Yes. Interesting. Um,
oh there's
very
more coming
cool.
out.
Very cool, Nuna. This is wow. This is a city. I wonder what's going on here. This is some project, some thesis for sure. Looks quite biophilic. So, and what do we have here? Hi, Aslihan. Hello, good to see you. Is this yours?
Yes, I used a base image though. I had a clay render from one of my designs, and this,
Really?
yeah,
Oh, very cool. Thank you so much. You had it, so you had a photo of your clay design and you used that as your base image.
exactly. And I used the default prompt. I didn't add anything.
No problem. So you had modern public building, city centers, squares, urban landscape, cars, people, streets, reality. Very cool. Yeah, I can see that it is like a
An
it
art
is trying
piece.
to sorry, come again?
An art piece, it comes out from a
Yeah, I can see it comes out from an art piece. Yeah, that's very cool. Just out of curiosity, Asihan, would you be able to also share the base image you used?
Yes, yes, exactly. Just a second.
Cool. While you're doing that, um, Sarah, this is so cool. I love this office. I would like to have this office. That's really awesome. What is this? Generates our workspace room, high ceiling, black cladding. Ah, didn't exactly do the black
Gallery room.
cladding that much. With gallery room. There we go. Daylight futuristic. So cool, so cool. I enjoy this. Um,
So hi,
oh,
sorry to interrupt.
hi.
Uh, yeah, hello, hope you guys are well. So basically, before I understood how to render a Rhino file, I would always submit clay models. And my teachers, well, they were kind of sympathetic. They understood what the concept was. This was my third year project.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, so this, sorry,
Sorry, which one are you?
I am Saad Khan.
Okay. Hello. Oh,
I,
this one right here. Are you
yeah,
explaining this image? Oh, great. Yeah, sorry, keep
yeah,
going. Oh, this is your third year project then, and
yeah.
you're you have like a white model and then you use that as your base image. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so I came like 10 minutes late because I had to give my niece to my cousin.
No
So I
problem.
kind of missed out what was going on, but then I kind of understood it later on. This was a white model before I understood how to render a Rhino model. I did not know how to layer the model.
Right. Right.
So yeah, this
Yeah.
was it.
No, it's great, I think. It would be great also if you can share your base render. Um,
Yes.
yeah, I mean, the thing is, when we're using this method, right, we can't actually do anything with the layers. That's
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a strength or weakness. We don't do anything with the layers. The AI is interpreting this as like a light and shadow lines, that sort of thing. When we're using control net, it's either taking the shadows, the colors, or the lines. Um, but I think most of the time it can understand perfectly. It can understand intuitively what we're trying to do and to give the right kind of context.
Yeah.
So great try. Wow. This is great. How did you make this?
That was a lot of work, yeah. A lot of work.
Were you
But
using
uh,
Blender?
yeah, the render is from Blender, but the
Right.
model was processed through Houdini, Maya, and
Mm.
everything,
Oh my gosh.
Rhino as well.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's a lot of work to do
It's
the
such a
yeah.
curvy
detailed.
shapes.
Yeah, but what's interesting in the AI interpretation of this is I'm looking at it right now. I see that it's trying to interpret at least a huge chunk of the model as a 2D surface.
Mm.
And uh, I don't know if it's because we say architectural
Mm.
production, it's trying to create meaningful objects.
Mm.
Like
Mm.
I even see like a terrace here.
Mm.
Uh, there are windows and brick walls, and
Mm.
but what's interesting is that it's somehow messed up with the dimensions of
Mhm.
the streets.
Yeah.
Uh, it's
Mm.
playing with it. I don't know. Also, I don't know the mechanics
Mm.
behind it, but
Yeah.
it's quite interesting. It's really nice actually, without actually prompting it, if you know
Mm.
what I mean. Like, oh
Yes.
yeah, make a street that goes upside down or something,
Yes.
but it's still here.
Exactly. It's a surprise, isn't it? Um,
Yeah,
yes, I actually think that with that, maybe I'll show something very quickly. Um, so, oops. I feel that you can further explore your different options. Actually, maybe Jen, if we go to image generation, like Elena was sharing that there's render and there's explore. And if we go into explore, we can have more different kind of settings. Like you can choose a different model, like because I think the base model that we're using right now is very architectural. So we can even go into like oh There isn't anything like that right now. But maybe there's a lore we can use. Like something as a checkpoint model like this will give you a lot more curves. Um, and
Sorry, Adeline, can you go back to the all model when you click in the base models? Yeah.
you mean here? Yeah.
So yeah, everything labeled LX, which is the short version of LookX, is determined for architectural models. So which means it will generate out results to understand your image as an architecture instead of something
Mm,
else. And then you can see that Stable Diffusion model V1.5 below. It is a larger model that was trained by the Stable Diffusion, and it was like open source model. And then that one includes more of the other subjects other than architecture. So if you use that model as your base model, then the result will come out differently, I
mm.
think.
Thanks for that. Yeah, I agree. And
But
I think
if I may ask, how is the algorithm making the determination whether it's architectural or not, or what
mhm.
kind of database it is feeding on?
Yes,
Uh,
exactly. It's oh sorry, Elena, you go ahead.
Sorry, do you want to explain that?
I think you know the answer, so you go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So basically, the diffusion model, like everything we use now is a diffusion model, one diffusion model, but then it depends on what kind of image resource we have to feed the computer to train the model in the very first place. So if we have um a lot of architecture images or architectural images only to train the model, then it will only learn architectural stuff. But then for the stable diffusion, the large model they have, I believe they have 5 billion of images from online sources, which includes everything on the world, and then like different subjects, different
Mm,
environments other than architecture. So that's why the stable diffusion large model, they have a bunch of different sources, and then because of the input source of the model is different, then the outcome will be based on what they have to train
mm.
the model in the first place, if that explains.
Yes. Yes, thank you so much.
No worries.
Yes, and just one last comment on the settings, which might alter the outcome. Other than picking the different kind of models, we can also look at the render mode. Once we're in the render mode, because LookX is for architecture, so it's either architecture or interior, but even inside architecture, you can actually pick have more settings. For example, you can go into conceptual massing, linear conceptual massing with, softer lines and with light and shadow, or detailed model. So for example, if you go into concept with lights and shadows, you can actually pick something here. Render style could be precise, creative, or custom. Basically, if you pick creative, it will give you even more surprises. If you click precise, it will try to follow your base image closer. And you can customize and if you click customize, okay, yes, customize means you can now pick, okay, do you want your base image to be really similar, like your outcome to be very similar to your base image? Style similarity would be how similar you want the style to follow. The ba the style reference image, sorry. Yep. So in here, other than putting in a base image, you can also put in your style reference image, and you can choose how precise your outcome will follow your style image and your base image based on these two. So this is the base image similarity, and this is the style similarity. So these parameters will alter your outcome as well. So this is just to let you guys know. Okay, let me go back to the Discord and see what other good stuff is out there. Oh, so this was the base model. So this is the base image. I feel like it did a pretty good job interpreting the grain. It understood that. And I think it's quite interesting that it's giving a little cartoony style as well. I think this actually, if fed into another AI, it will actually come out to be pretty interesting. So,
We can do that later today.
yeah, exactly. Sadin, sorry, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right.
It's just Saad. Khan
Sad.
is the nickname.
Ah,
Yeah, Khan is the surname.
surname. Got it. Saad. Saad. Can I get your permission to use this as an example later?
Uh, sure, this is your workshop and you have every right to use it.
It's very kind, thank you. But of course, you're the artist. All right. So I think this is great to see the first task. Honestly, I encourage everyone to keep generating stuff and just to keep um, pasting your images here. We will come back to them in a bit. So I'm going to stop sharing now and give
Yeah.
Elena back your screen.
Okay, let's go into the second task. Can you see my screen now?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Um, so we'll look into how LookX can be plugged into Rhino or SketchUp, and then um, you can use the interface of Rhino and then to adjust the Rhino models and also pasting some background images to the Rhino model to generate a bit more controlled image. That is a plugin, and then this is what Adeline has created. So basically, the first image is one of the it's a Rhino screenshot. It's a Rhino meshing with a background image, and then come into the LookX, it comes out to the middle image where it interprets the Rhino screenshot as something architectural, and then it looks like a hotel on the seaside. And with another step, Adeline upscaled the LookX image in the Creo AI to get the third image, the final result. So here it is. We have two methods for real-time screenshotting of the AI. The first one is to have in the start creation, you click real time, and then for Rhino, it will automatically screenshot the Rhino window. And the second one is to have the plugin into the Rhino. So you can follow the instructions online on the platform and to download the plugin and then open it in the Rhino. Okay, after that, I'm gonna show you a demonstration of how Adeline has created this image. We'll see firstly, Adeline has created an image from Midjourney to ask it for a beach view with clear beachfront in Dubai, sea, a row of luxury villas, and then it comes out with some images. And the second step is to crop out the building so that we get a clear view of the beach and the sky. And then by pasting it into the Rhino, it comes out as a background image. So we can have some meshings and Rhino 3D models on top of it. That is a very quick step. That is basically just insert one image into Rhino and then these several blocks. After you have opened the plugin, you can start the creation of getting the screenshot, and then you can see how Adeline has created several generations, several versions of the screenshot from the Rhino, and then LookX has interpreted it and generated the AI image. After that, we might change the masking a bit so that it looks more of a frame instead of blocks by adjusting it in the Rhino, and then we get some other views to be generated in the LookX. Oops. And by selecting a style reference, we get to know how the image will look like, and then the style reference, you can set the similarity to it. So you can see from here on the left-hand side, this is the base image. That was a screenshot the plugin has extracted from the Rhino. And then on the right-hand side is the generated records. So this is a very quick demonstration of how you can utilize Rhino, utilize the 3D model in combination of the 2D model, and then to generate something quick, something comes out of your inspiration very quickly to try out your ideas. And that is a very useful tool, I think. I'm wondering if everyone has Rhino or not. If not, we can just continue explore the text to image or to explore the platform a bit more. But if you have the Rhino, you can get into the Rhino and then try the function out.
Hmm.
At the
Yes.
same time, we will have like 5 to 10 minutes as what we did in the task one. So as everyone can have a bit of exploration with the
Mm.
Rhino and then the plugin and stuff.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Lena. I think I will also supplement just one bit of direction, I suppose. I'm going to share my screen now, so might steal it from you. Thank you. So back to this interface. Um, please do go into the image generation. So like Elena said, if you have Rhino plugin, do it in Rhino as how we just showed it. Or if you don't have any 3D software, doesn't matter, find your base image and upload here. And then this time, and actually a lot of you guys have already been doing that in task one, but for this task, we'd also like you to use a style reference image. And just as I was explaining earlier, um, please do play around with these render types. You can choose precise, creative, or customize. You can pick whether or not you want the conceptual massing linear or the one with the light and shadow or a detailed model. You can even choose if you want to input an image type that's a 3D massing, a hand sketch, realistic photo, or a plan drawing. And then, of course, you can choose whether or not you're dealing with something that's interior or architecture. So this is task two. Task two is to further develop your skills in image to image, also with the text prompts, of course, to help. And this time to incorporate the style reference image as well. So do it in Rhino if you can. If not, stay on LookX and we'll see you in the Discord. So Lena, I think we'll give them maybe 7 minutes this time,
Yeah.
since this is a little, we're advancing right now, so maybe 7 to 8 minutes. So once again, we'll turn off our cameras and we'll give you guys some space. We'll see you guys in the Discord. So looking really forward to what we're gonna see there. See you in a bit. Hi guys. Wow. I'm looking at Matea's work and really like it. Let me share my screen again. Let's take a look. All right. I see. And this must be
The reference image.
yeah, this must be the style reference. This must be the base image. It's pretty awesome. It's really cool. And the prompt is kindergarten green garden rooftop, VR Gango style ceramic brick material naturalist garden around. Okay, so it's a very similar prompt to the one before. But now Oh, okay. I get it now. It's really cool. Elena, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's just like one minor issue of the AI is that it's not distinguish where is the roof,
Mm,
where is the wall. So like it takes everything as the green roof as what prompts said, but
mm.
not following the reference image. Is there any ways that we can avoid that outline?
So to make the green garden roof, um, yes, I believe, well, not to avoid it. I don't think we can avoid it, but there's more um, like post-production work we can do. For example, we can go into in painting. So for example, I think what I showed last time, like with this, right, to then go once we have an image in the plugin itself. So if you're in Rhino plugin, you can actually go back to the LookX cloud and you will see your like previous output, even if you've done it in Rhino plugin. So once you're back in here, you can go into I think it is the edits. Yeah, and this is where we can then further adjust. Like, so for example, for Matthias, you can find your image output in your LookX AI Cloud, and then you can go into this edit mode, and you can actually type in green roof, for example, and then to highlight your roof, and you can add more like trees and with baluster and just make a very good prompt for yourself and try to highlight more a larger area because as last time we saw, a small area doesn't give the perfect results. So you can try to do that. So this is one of the things I can think of.
Yeah, cool.
Uh, I'll try here. So when I get it, I send to you.
Sure. Yes, thank you so much. We look forward to that. Okay. Right. So really awesome. And I'm guessing the rest of us are still working on it. Um, no problem at all if that's the case. Feel free to keep generating while we continue with the task. Or even if even if you struggle, do let us know, or just give us anything you want to show us. Everything's fine. If you don't have a style reference, or if you don't even want to do an image to image, if you just want to show us a text to image, that's also completely fine. Okay. But I think we will move on. Elena, should I go into Korea right now, or you have
Yes,
something else you want to
please.
add? Okay, great.
Okay.
I shall do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, I'm introducing to you Korea. So apologies, there's some I think the internet is suffering on my side. I'm just gonna stop sharing for now and then refresh my page. 1 second. I think I might need to refresh a bunch of stuff. Um, Elena, I might ask a favor from you. Could you share the
No, Korea AI.
basic functions of Kriya and I will come right in?
Sure. Okay, right.
Sorry.
Let me share my screen then. Here is the Korea AI interface, the platform website that we have. It is another AI tool that we can use it to upscale our images or videos. Okay, so it has several clicks here. It says real-time instant AI generation, enhancer, and then video generation. What we will use today is the enhancer here. So let's just click into it. I believe the basic plan it has like the free version of it. You can generate 2-3 images a day, or like 3 minutes of computer using time a day. Do you want to share your screen, Adeline, or should I continue?
Yep, I think I'm ready to share my screen. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
good.
All right. Back in the game, guys. Okay, so just now I mentioned that we're going to borrow um the very nice image that we just had. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drag it in here. So this is the interface of Kriya. It's very simple. So Elena just showed us the home, and you can generate something in real-time video, but we're not going to go that much into it because we show how we can do that in LookX already. And I might show a little bit of video next class as well. But now we're on the enhance bit. So here we have, it's already in here, right? You can see on the right side. I'll just zoom in a little bit for you guys. So we can see you can keep at one time. So it's 864 by 614, or you can upscale it to 2 times, but it's not just upscaling because we can actually go in and we can activate the upscaling, first of all, and we can give a prompt. So we can write our own prompts, and what it will do is that it will reinterpret. But we can also ask it to give us an auto prompt. So it is now describing what it's seeing. So it's describing the image showcases a modern architectural marvel, a large building with a unique geometric design surrounded by numerous uh it's like doesn't give me the line there. Numerous something design incorporates a variety of green spaces and trees, creating a harmonious blend of architecture and nature. Okay, that's very nice. I'm going to add a little bit here, and I'm going to say, this is a realistic photo. And what it should be able to do for me is to make it into a hyper-realistic image. In fact, because hyper-realistic might be a keyword, I might just put that in there. Um, So I'm going to keep it that way. And if we look at the defaults, the strength is at 0.6. The reason why we don't want to max out is because when we do max out, it becomes really saturated, like over stylized, and we don't really want that. And the resemblance is how much we want the AI to keep the lines and to keep the how it looks right now. So the default is the default because I'm guessing the creators had realized that these are normally the settings that we want. But I'm quite familiar with these settings, so I'm going to say that I would actually want the resemblance to be 0.6. The strength, maybe we will up until 0.75. Clarity, um, I would say, yeah, that's okay for the clarity to be 0.25 for now. Should we match the color? I'd say no. I would like the AI to give me something that may or may not follow these colors, and let's see what happens. Now, you can see you can also generate using another scene transfer. So this is quite similar to style reference. Now, I'm not going to do anything here because I'm going to show you guys another example in a bit. I'm just going to show you right now how I will enhance this. So this is going to take a few minutes. I'm going to let it do that. While it's doing that, I'm going to show you guys my previous, couple of my previous outputs. So this is an image that I've generated from Midjourney. Okay, it's an interior. What I've done is that I've put in using the scene transfer, activated that. My scene image looks like this. This is my scene image, right? So it's quite bohemian with a lot more curves and kind of fun shapes. And, the style is just completely different to this very white, futuristic, high-end style. And I didn't put in any scene prompts, but I've asked it to switch background, meaning I wanted it to be completely different. So this is how it switched. You can see that it kept this shape, but everything else is has pretty much changed. So this is a very creative output. Now, if we look at other ones, this didn't give me that didn't give me that much difference, except for these very fantastical curvy lines. That was because for this one, I've asked it not to switch the background. You can see the settings here. And same as this one. So this one here is pretty cool. I think it was trying to follow quite a bit. It followed this piece here and this piece here. And the rest, it actually gave me something very airy and very light. And I actually quite like it. So I was saying, we do need to keep understanding that there will always be a sense of surprise when we're using these AI tools. So this is another generation. So I can show you guys a little bit more of what I did previously, just so you guys know what Korea AI does. So for example, this is an image that I've generated using Stable Diffusion. So you can do anything, right? You can generate something from Midjourney and I put in here, you can generate something from LookX. So this is really like the post-production. So when I mentioned that, you may not want your settings to be so strong. It's because look at this, like this is quite pixelated, not pixelated, it was saturated because I've made the strength to be super high. And I've also asked the clarity to be super high. So it's like trying really hard to give me something with high clarity when I'm not giving it a lot of pixels. So therefore, it didn't really give me the version that I wanted. Now, in this one, you can see that it actually looks slightly better. It looked more realistic. And I've actually made the strength to be lower to be 0.65. And a clarity, I've put it down to 0.25. And if you can see what I've done here, I've actually did a little um, area change. What that means is that I've only picked this area and only edited this. And the way you can do it is you can right click and you can patch enhance area. And once you do this, you will have your cursor open. You will have your cursor into this, and then it's almost like generative fill. And then you can re-prompt, you know. And what I've done here before is that I've made flowers appear at the shop front. So I thought this is even more simple than anything that I've seen so far. Of course, as we were saying, LookX is made for architecture, but Korea is really made for upscaling anything. So let's go back to our image here and let's see what we have. Okay, so it adjusted the colors a bit. And it actually made, if we can look closely, it went from this to this, which became a little more fluffier. So we're going to be a little bit more aggressive this time. So you guys can see the difference, right? Oh, and actually you can go here. Sorry, you can go here to see it left and right. So I quite like the floor what it's done. I mean, look, we went from a 3D model image, which had no renderings, no materials, etc. It was a clay model, the thesis model, right? And we went from there to this in LookX in 5 minutes, and from there to here in Korea for another 5 minutes. The whole thing took 10 minutes max. So what I'm trying to say is there's so much potential and so much more possibilities, so many more possibilities that will happen for us designers because this is now I know they're still generating a lot of surprises that we didn't ask for, but in general, I do feel like this is a very important productivity tool. So we're going to do another one. This time I'm going to up the strength just a little bit. I'm actually asked the resemblance to go down because what it will do is that it will be a little bit more creative, but it will actually look a little better. And I will ask the clarity to go a little bit more, increase a little bit, maybe 35. And you can see also something I didn't mention, you can ask for it to go, you can ask for it to reinterpret. You can ask it to do oil painting. Strong means strong settings, flat, sharp. digital art or defaults. So here, because I've now customized the settings, it's not really following any kind of presets. It's just it's just a customized settings right now. So I'm gonna click enhance again. So while we're waiting for it to generate, I think it's also nice if I show you guys something else. So um so maybe I can show you guys some video generations that I've done. No, but we're gonna do that next week. I'll save it for next week. Maybe I'll show you guys this image instead. So you can see quite well how it just added the details there for me. So I quite like that. So if you haven't used it before, I would encourage you to try it. If you're an interior designer, I think this is also very helpful. You can see what it did to the tiles. Look at the cushion. So in general, quite happy with that. Show you guys another one. If you look at the floor, we just got a lot more details and it also helped to fix the errors. Look at the bottles at the back. Did quite well. And this plant here, the can, I mean the planter, just got a lot more crisp. So yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy using this tool as much as I do. In the meantime, let's look at our second generation. Okay, so in this one, it further adjusted the color. So I still think it's a little bit matte, but I think it's becoming more and more realistic if you would agree with me. Um, I think, of course, to further enhance this, and okay, it's being a little bit more creative now and actually changing the edges a little bit of the output. Oh, look at this. This is fun. It just made a little totem or a tower there. And I think the fence is also it got a lot more sharp. Look at the fence right there. And look, guys, this is 2 times, and if you want, you can also go up to 4 times, and I think it'll get a little bit more crisp. I mean, personally, I think it did a good job with the cladding here, and it fixed the error of the podium level. So yeah, okay. I think I'm gonna ask you guys something. Do you want to now try to use Kriya because it's for free for the first 1 or 2 generations? I can't remember. Do you guys want to try it now and show us something on Discord, or do you guys prefer to try this on your own and post something in Discord and we can look at it before the next module? What do you guys prefer? Please give me your opinion either on Zoom or on Discord.
Actually, I edited the image that I would generate with
Okay,
and did it in Discord. And actually, I'm trying to use it in Korea to make it sharper. So when I get the results, I'll send it there too.
sure, sure, of course.
Yeah,
Um,
and
mhm.
during the week now, like before the next session, if you guys if something happens to do any kind of AI creations, just feel free
Yeah,
to post it on the Discord
post it on
anytime.
the Discord.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're gonna give you guys another 5 minutes to try Korea. How about that? And then we'll meet you in the Discord again. So, Elena, that's all right with you, right? So
Yeah.
we'll come back in 5 minutes.
Mhm.
Cool. See you guys. All right, guys. Elena, I don't know about you, but personally, I'm really happy to see what we have in Discord right now.
Yeah, they are keep showing the very wonderful results from a Discord of sorry from the LookX and Korea.
Yeah, it's really cool. Um, so this one, it's really nice. So this is like the base image, and then let's see. This must be a reference, I'm guessing, and this is Korea. This must be Korea, and then this is maybe the what was generated from. Hey,
Hey,
sorry, maybe you can tell us.
yes, that's this is the one from LookX,
Okay, okay, got it. Yes.
just a render, and this is XKool, yeah.
Nice. What do you think of it, this
I'm not
process?
I'm not quite happy with the brick interpretation.
Okay.
It still doesn't look as realistic as I
Mm,
would like it to be. But after Korea, the lighting inside became better. The details, interior details became better, of course, and the vegetation.
mm.
Um, yeah, but the LookX version is still looking so plastic for my taste.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I think in the next module we'll show how a LoRa model could be used. So it's almost like a filter to put on top of your prompt. So hopefully that would help. But I do admit that there are some limitations right now to that
Yeah,
platform. Yeah. Um,
but
I think
I was wondering if you have any reference image or not.
yes, in Crea I used the reference image, so in LookX not, I think.
Oh, okay. I guess it's also worth trying to use the reference image in LookX. I think it would help a lot.
Right, yeah.
Amazing work, though. Thank you so much for sharing. It's really
Thank
nice to
you.
see. Um, and yeah, Matthias, it's so cool to see the progress. It's interesting. I do think that it's not totally resolved yet. Architecturally, the roof there still can be a lot more um iterations to it, a lot more design to it. But I think since we've only been doing this for 5 minutes, I really like how it looks right now after it went through Korea. I think it did really well with the foliage and the trees are really fluffy. What do you think, Elena?
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah, it's actually quite a nice image. And have you gone to the Korea AI?
I think yes, I think he
Yeah,
used it using Korea. Yeah, he enhanced it using Korea.
it adds in a bit more details, especially into the bushes, I think,
Yeah, it's really nice.
and also how the material is on the green walls and roofs.
Mm. Matthias, do you have anything you want to comment on? Do you want to
Well,
comment on this?
um,
Yes.
I feel like the materials get really detailed.
Mm,
When I generated the first image in LookX,
mm,
the it it's a little more simple.
mm-hmm,
Uh, and right now I think it's getting more detail. Like you said, the roof still needs some work,
mm-hmm, mm,
but I think it's really like literally it get better. I mean, it's really more defined.
mm. Yes, and I think it's also valuable to understand that after we get this from a 10-minute exercise, if we want to keep working on it via photoshopping, that's also a way to do it. Meaning, in the past, we would need to start from scratch, like make a 3D model, then 2D render it, and then Photoshop it. Whereas now we can Photoshop from this point onwards. So I do feel like it's been, a shortcut to in getting what we want for the final image.
Yeah,
Great.
and it's like we just use like 10 minutes or even less to do it. So it's really great.
Yeah, and I have a minor point to make here. So, we need to remember that the image from LookX that we have used is only the first generation of AI, which means the scale is this resolution is not that high because it has to at a certain resolution of the first generation to save the data and energy. And we can also upscaling in LookX as well as in the Career AI.
Mm,
They're just two different tools to be explored and be used. You can try it on the LookX as well to see which suits you better.
mm.
So they have the 2x and 4x, four times, two times and four times upscaling of the resolution, and Korea also does have that. So I feel like you can explore more about those two platforms. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, that's a good point, Lena. Agree with that. Oh, look at Sarah's work. The first image is Korea and the second is Midjourney. Ask Korea to enhance from interior to exterior. Oh, interesting. Ah, so Sarah, I'm guessing you generated this from Korea and then did you then feed it into Midjourney? Sarah, are you here to tell us more?
Yeah, of course, like the first image is Korea because I kind of merged two images.
Hmm.
This is the interior office, and I used another image for exterior from Midjourney as well, and then I got this result. I can send also the other exterior image so you can see it.
Sure thing. I'd love to see. What do you think of this workflow?
I think like it's surprising because everything is in place, but the setting is totally different, but it
Mm,
has the same kind of environment and colors. So
mm,
yeah, I think I'll just need to improve it a bit more.
hmm I see what you mean, like the composition of the things, right? The proportions and things like that are
Yeah,
seemingly
exactly.
in place, but the
Mhm.
settings are different. That's quite interesting. Elena, do you have any comments on Sarah's approach?
I love the two photos. I especially love the second one, the interior one. I would like to be working there, like a mini box in the office.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So thanks so much for sharing that. And yeah, do feel free, everyone, do feel free to keep posting more. And Elena, what is this?
That was a quick try with a reference image of a British street view.
Oh, interesting. Okay, this is very cute. I like how this is looking really real, and then this part looks like part of a video game. That's
Yeah.
quite interesting. I think this probably needs a little bit more work in Create
Mm,
though,
of course.
or Photoshop. That's so funny. I like the horse. Okay, so. All right, guys, I think we're coming to a close here. So, Elena, shall we let them know briefly what we're doing next on Sunday?
Yes, sure. So on Sunday, we will introduce a LoRa model, how to use the LoRa model on LookX, as well as how to train a LoRa model. But within the time, we might not have enough time to train the LoRa model, so I have a pre-recorded video, and then I'll share it to you guys to see how the LoRa model its theory, what it does, and then how is it benefiting us as controlling the result. And the second part, I will hand to Adeline to show you guys how to generate videos from image,
Mm-hmm.
if I remember correctly.
Yep, exactly. I think I might also, so I'll show you guys three different platforms to generate videos. Of course, we will look at it from LookX. Um, and I think I will also show you guys Luma. And also in Korea itself, there will be a function to generate videos. So we'll go through the three of them and we can, discuss and compare and stuff like that. I really enjoy using Discord because we can all be interactive and talking to each other. So do feel free to keep posting in the next few days. Um, so feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. Here it is. And I look forward to seeing you guys on Sunday. Oh, and I want to say thank you so much for coming back for today. I think both me and Elena feel really encouraged. And personally, I quite enjoy talking to you guys and asking you guys about your works and seeing your works and then seeing how you use AI. And that's really like my favorite thing about teaching. So thank you. And I hope you guys enjoy it too. Elena, any words to close out?
Um, no, I just very enjoyed today's session. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you,
Lovely to see
everyone.
those generations.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, very quickly, I think the live is not working as we would like it to. So actually everything is recorded and I will probably edit out the silent moments and I will post it on the same YouTube channel as before, probably in a few days' time. So thank you.
Thank you. See you on Sunday.
See you
Thank you.
guys.
Bye.
Thank
Thank
you. Hope
you.
to see you again. Thank you.